God announces that the period of veils and secrets is over, and the time has come to clear the fog of ignorance. It's a day of clarity and confidence. The Father comforts your heart today. Do not be afraid of the adversary's illnesses or the threats of the malicious. They are unable to cross the boundary I have set around you. I have imbued every item, link, and your entire environment with the invigorating energy of the Son's blood. I have marked you today so that you might reflect on my ideas and recognize them as your own. We are united, and I am harmonizing your spirit with my spirit, allowing you to feel the elevation that comes with my status. You live within me, and I exist within you. It is time to fulfill my mission, ascending in grace within your being. God declares that today He will communicate with complete clarity. The Father announces, I am pressing into you today. Let this day be an occasion for mutual interaction with me. Divert your focus away from the mundane chores of the day, says the Father, and witness the magnificence, power, and manifestation of my strength and presence in your life today. The Father begs you to be wrapped by my love today. Choose to embody Mary's traits rather than being distracted by trivial issues. This day, eternity is imprinted on your heart. My heart's delight and vibrancy embrace you as an expression of unconditional love. Accept my devotion, O children of my domain. Accept my love, which meets every need and responds to every desire even before it is expressed. God proclaims today that for every accolade you have given me, I have vowed to respond with the divine embrace of heaven. The skies are splitting as you extol me. When your brow brushes the earth in reverence, the depths underneath you open up. The Father proclaims that every act of worship is documented in the heavenly archives, since you are a worshiper whose dedication is a pleasant scent in my presence. The Father asks you to take a step ahead. Step forward and announce my mercy and grace, for you are foretelling your season and expressing your replies to prayer via devotion and grace. My Spirit's manifestation on you will be greater than any brilliance you have ever seen or learned about. No eye has seen, nor ear has heard, what I am now giving upon your life from the divine oil flasks. God proclaims today that I am destroying the scorpion of aught in your life. I have turned you into who you are created to be with the blood of my righteousness. The Father insists that you do not fall short. You do not lack my brilliance because my glory is within you. You cannot perform below the standards I have set for you. Even if you falter and fall into despair, I will be with you because I will never abandon the grandeur I have instilled in you. The Father declares you acceptable to me. You are satisfactory in making incremental progress toward my complete approval and support. You have gone through an evaluation process and have now completed the assessment. Your examiners have only identified the purification of the Son's blood, for I have given you the full measure of grace, compassion, and loving kindness showered in liquid love on the tree. Accept it. Accept and embrace it as your own, leaving no trace or indication of criticism in your life. You are the cherished one. God reveals today that I see nothing in you worthy of condemnation. On the cross, I bore all of God's vengeance and wrath. The Father says that He no longer has any resentment toward you. Did I not say that you are not destined for wrath? If you are not selected for fury, you will not face my displeasure or ire. You have questioned if I was displeased or angry. But hear my voice, says the Father. I have no ill will against you and am not disappointed in you in any way. The Father offers hope, claiming that my faith, the very faith of God, is manifesting my hope in your life. You are my privileged child, and as my destined one, I am cleansing and empowering you. Accept the garment of my righteousness and the symbol of my ring. The offering is delivered, and its effectiveness stays unchanged. The purity of the spilled blood cleanses and redeems you at this time, proclaims the Father. God proclaims today that the glory of the Old Covenant pales in contrast to what I am displaying right now. I reconstructed the manifestation of my glory when I sent my Son. I used my light and luminosity to show my grace and generosity. Allow me to love you with the same love that crucified the Son. Allow me to love you with the zeal and determination that drove the Son from the throne to the cross. The Father declares his unwavering commitment to loving you, claiming that he will not depart or be discouraged from his compassion. As Moses' countenance shone through the ministry of death, so will I transform you through the ministry of life. The Father heralds a baptism that will make your body and natural form shine with my brilliance. Accept the light of my glory and the manifestation of my divine life, love, and resurrection. This is your current heritage and ultimate destiny as a kid of my right hand. Today, God says that the adversary has no countermeasure against humility. He has no protection against humility since he lacks it entirely. The enemy lacks an understanding of humility. By donning the garment of humility, you become invisible to him and cease to register in his consciousness. The Father claims that keeping a low profile makes you intriguing and invulnerable. Disregard the illusion of undue confidence, as if you could do your tasks alone via your ability. Demonstrate vulnerability. Display honesty. Abandon all pretense and false bravado, because I am your protector and guardian, and nothing will hurt you if you decide to allow me to manifest and disclose myself in your domain. God claims today that you believe you have been duped, but you have not been misled. Some people made commitments and really intended to keep them. Grant them forgiveness. Liberate them. Forgive, release, and bless those who have passed on. By doing so, you invoke the blessing that hangs over you like a mantle of grandeur. Act now, declares the Father, and accept the undeniable blessing of my participation in your life. Redirect all of your trust and expectations to me, for, while I may be invisible in your life, I will never fail you. I will never abandon or forsake you. The Father begs, trust me and love others. Do not make the mistake of looking to humanity for what can only be received through my provision. I am the giver, and you will not need a gift because I am showering you with my plenty and blessings this season. God argues today that I am not developing you to carry out my purpose by the imposition of external expectations. I am altering you through the very essence of my presence in your life. I exemplify your wisdom, life, and righteousness. You have the entitlement that stems from my perfect plan for your life. No more grieving at night or fearing the day. Arise, says the Father, for I am fighting for you, not against you. The Father claims to be unshaken. You have asked, God, where are you? The Father responds, I am present. Recognize my presence and see my glory, for I am currently upon you in strength and resurrection. You will survive and not perish. The adversary is deceptive because he cannot destroy my favor in your life. Today, God claims that a wolf can be identified by the traces it leaves behind. Individuals' hearts bear my declarations of freedom, and I have engraved terms of energy and affirmation into your own being. It is time to let go of the tales that religious predators have instilled in your life and heart. You are not the person they represented you to be, and you are not compelled to do their prescribed obligations. The Father instructs them to leave. Step forth into your independence. The day star of my promise has emerged from the darkness, illuminating your heart to impart life and release even today. The Father says, a little bit longer. I can hear your heart's anguish and inquiry. Do not let the adversary convince you that I have ignored that topic. The Father instructs you to keep your faith in me and stick to your responsibilities for a bit longer. Assignments have distinct beginnings and endings. At the end of your current mission, there will be advancement and rewards commensurate with the trials you have faced. Today, God declares you worthy of serving in His kingdom. You are skilled, prepared, and capable of carrying out responsibilities. The Father proclaims, "Let there be a manifestation of that which I have imparted to you today." The Father declares, "I have made you suitable. My essence and message empower you to carry out my readiness task. I am transporting you to the staging location, from whence you will be deployed into the ministry segment. Your directive is to promote life and eliminate death. You are tasked with shutting down the death dealer's operations. You are chosen to prophesy against the temples of death and bring life, freedom, and emancipation to my people. I am unwilling to begin the undertakings on earth that I intend to pursue without your presence, so I instantly empower and prepare you for the current season. God declares today that I am your instructor, and your sufficiency stems from my spirit rather than any terrestrial or human source. Instruction from man is polluted unless it is preceded by a personal and profound revelation from the source, of which I am the exclusive embodiment. Set aside external literature and communications and dive thoroughly, says the Father. Tune into my voice and the profound truth that is unique to your life and path. I will not hold you liable for what I have told others. The accountability in your life is a personal revelation of myself that must take precedence above everything else, according to the Father. The insight that does not come from humanity is what will raise your existence and initiate the supernatural. This is the bridal season and the beginning of miracles, and I have decreed that you will participate, declares the Father. I've set up your seat at the table and prepared your wedding outfit. Proceed inside. Accept the offer now to go further into me than you've ever done before. God declares today that you do not need paperwork to serve me. You're not a poodle. The regulatory organizations of religious authority fulfill their purpose. Nonetheless, I shall not be bound or directed in the role I have accepted in your life. Indeed, I will demonstrate how to meet the varied requirements of individuals. But the Father asserts that His authority in your life is vital, and alignment with His Spirit trumps alignment with any individual or their goals. As a result, realign your thoughts with the Father's purpose and let go of any insecurity. Be steadfast, declares the Father, and let your heart be certain, for I am working with you to fulfill my gracious will. The ground ahead may appear barren, but as you follow my guidance, it will thrive like a garden, and you will drink from my aquifers. Accept this section and rest in the reservoirs of my mercy that I shower upon you at this time as I propel you forward in your ministerial duty and consecrate you to launch today on your ordained destiny. God says today that when you forgive, you do so in my name and represent my essence. You are in my position when the essence of reconciliation works within and on you. I deposited your life as a reminder of the sacrifice made at Calvary. You have the authority to extend my relieving kindness and forgiveness to those in your area. Did I not mention that you have a ministry of reconciliation? Don't withhold your affection or forgiveness. Grant my forgiveness to those who suffer from self-hatred and self-destructive impulses. Adore them lavishly and forgive them boldly. Allow your love to express the enormity and significance of my sacrifice on the cross. Allow the Father to allow the full scope of my grace to seep within you and reach to others. This demonstrates the nature of unconditional love. Decide to place no restrictions on the outpouring of your compassion and kindness. Understand that I am not insecure or changeable, and that your genuine adoration will not be met with rage or retaliation. It is not immoral to love with the same passion that drew my hands and feet to the cross. At this degree of love, you will represent my notion of my presence on earth, and those around you will experience, rather than recall religious history, the presence of a loving, a live God who loves them unconditionally.